In this video, we will show how to set up for a new bag size on the PA8S24 rotary pouch machine. Before we begin, it is important to note that if the new bag being installed is substantially smaller than the previous one, it is possible that it could cause the top open blades to crash into the filling funnel assembly. It is best to remove the funnel while making size change adjustments to prevent damage to the machine. To start, we will adjust the width of the in-feed magazine to fit the new bag. Adjust the width until the new bag can easily drop into the magazine. Then, with the bag pushed all the way to the front of the magazine, decrease the width until the bag has less than 1 millimeter to move back and forth. Keep in mind that it should not be able to touch both sides of the magazine at once, as this will cause the bags to hang up and misfeed. Next, we will need to adjust the bag push roller so that it will not touch the back of the bag when the bag is all the way to the end of the magazine. With the bag inserted in the magazine, loosen the thumb screw. Push the roller assembly forward until it touches the back end of the bag and then move slightly back so that it will not touch and tighten the thumb screw. Then we need to adjust the suction cups that lift the bag out of the magazine. These should be positioned about 1/3 of the width of the bag from each side. To adjust, loosen the kip handle until the suction cup moves freely along the rail. Move to the desired position and re-tighten. Now, we will have to set the gripper arms to the proper width for the bag. To do this, navigate to the gripper settings page. Using the adjustment buttons, move the grippers in or out until the bag can cover at least half of the gripper on each side, but does not overextend the gripper pads. Here is an example of the grippers when they are properly adjusted. At this point, we need to adjust the height at which the bag is lifted into the grippers. The desired height is based on the amount at the top of the bag that you want to be sealed. You can run a few empty bags through the machine with the sealing function turned on to check the seal. If too much of the bag is being sealed, you can lower the height of the bag by loosening the magazine back stop bolts, seen here, and moving the backstop toward the magazine. If not enough is being sealed, you would move the backstop further out. Next, we will adjust the zipper open suction cups so that they are near the top of the bag and about 1/3 of the bag width from the outer edge. Jog the machine, allowing it to pick up a bag, and stop when the bag is at the zipper open station and the zipper open suction cups are near the bag but not all the way in. To adjust the suction cups horizontally, loosen the bolts, securing the suction cup arm to the support arm shown here. Move the suction cup to the desired position and re-tighten. The vertical adjustment for all 4 of these suction cups is done by loosening the bolts that secure the suction assembly to the vertical support seen here. When adjusting this assembly, keep in mind that the bag needs to be centered between both sets of suction cups. Adjust the vertical position to the desired location and re-tighten the bolts. Then we will adjust the top open gripper so that it can grab the top of the bag and pull the zipper open. Jog the machine until the zipper open grippers are in the full down position. Similar to adjusting the suction assembly, it is done with the large bolts securing the zipper open assembly to the vertical support. Adjust the assembly so that it goes into the bag but does not run into the closed zipper and is centered over the bag, then retighten the bolts. Next, we will adjust the bag opening station. Jog the machine until there is a bag at the opening station. Keep in mind, when adjusting these, you must ensure that they will not contact the bag gripper arms as they rotate. First, adjust the top open suction cups so that they are close to the top of the bag and centered horizontally. Note that you do not want the suction cups on the front and back side to line up with each other perfectly, as this will cause false readings when the machine checks for the bag open sensor. You can see here how the suction cups are offset from each other. Now adjust the bottom open suction cups in the same manner. Align them closer to the bottom of the bag and centered, then offset one side slightly. After the adjustments are made, use the jog button to slowly rotate the machine and watch for clearance as the gripper arms rotate in to the bag open station. Now we will adjust the amount that the gripper arms will move inward to allow the bag to open enough for the funnel to come down into the bag. Jog the machine until you have an open bag at the filling station. Use the adjustment knob shown here to bring the grippers in or out until the bag is open as much as possible. Make sure there is adequate space between both the front and back of the bag and between the sides of the bag to give as much room as possible for the funnel to enter the bag. We then need to adjust the top open blades to fit the new bag size. Jog the machine until a bag is at the filling station, but the blades are still in the bag. If the blades are opening too far, you will see that they stress the package, pulling tightly outward. If they do not open far enough, they will not open the bag enough for the funnel to enter the bag. Using the stop bolt seen here, loosen the jam nut. Adjust the blades so that they open the bag all the way, but do not pull on the sides of the bag. Then, retighten the jam nut. Next, we will install the filling funnel. It is important in this step to make sure that the top open blades do not run into the funnel as they come out of the bag. Jog the machine until you have a bag at the filling station and the filling funnel lifter is in the full down position. The correct funnel size will allow for the funnel to be slightly inside the bag in the full down position. Install the funnel centered over the bag and ensure there is enough clearance for the top open blades to exit the bag and pull away without running into the funnel. After installing the funnel, slowly jog the machine and check clearance to ensure that they will not hit each other. Now we will adjust the height of the settler. Jog the machine until there is a bag at the filling station. Then, on the HMI, go to the manual test screen. Turn on manual test and then settling to see if the settler is touching the bottom of the bag. In this example, you can see that the settler is adjusted much too high and lifting up the bag as it comes up. To adjust the settling arm, loosen the bolt securing the settling arm to the support bracket seen here. If more adjustment is needed, you can loosen the bolts, securing the settling assembly to the vertical support. When adjusting from this point, you can also rotate the arm left and right to center the settler under the bag. When adjusted properly, the settler will slightly bump the bottom of the bag and cause the product to slump down into the bag. The next item to adjust will be the deflation arms. In order to properly adjust the bag deflator, you will need a bag that is filled with the proper amount of product. To test the deflator, first jog a properly filled bag to the sealing station. On the HMI, go to the manual test screen. Turn on manual test and then turn on the deflation function. When properly adjusted, the front and back deflators will be aligned with each other and will slightly clamp the bag just above the level of product in the bag. You can use the bolts seen here to adjust the deflators up and down, and the bolts seen here to adjust in or out. Finally, we will adjust the ramp at the exit conveyor so that the bag filled with product will not catch the side of the ramp on its way past, but will easily slide onto the conveyor when dropped. The upper bolt will allow you to adjust the angle of the ramp. The lower bolt allows for height adjustment, and the bolt in the back will allow you to move horizontally in and out. Here is an example of the bags transferring to the conveyor properly. Thank you for watching. To find out more about our products, check us out online.